Hello. In this video, I would like to give a brief demonstration of wing leaders in the game Wing Leader. The scenarios will specify when wing leader rules are in play. The order of battle will list which formations or groups of aircraft will be in a wing. A wing is a special formation with a wing leader. These are formations of German bombers here. But this is a wing formation because it has a wing leader. Now in this video, I'm not going to show you any ADCs or the wing displays. I just want to show you a short illustration here to demonstrate how wing leaders work. So basically a wing gives you a lot of flexibility, gives the wing leader player a lot of flexibility with how to tally and assign their squadrons to attack the enemy. One of the challenges with Wing Leader is how to break up or use the squadrons or flights available to you to engage the most and disrupt the most of an enemy raid package. And you quickly learn that as you're rolling tallies in the tally phase, you're trying to sometimes not all tally just the closest target, because you want your squadrons to be able to attack and engage multiple enemies in a game turn. You don't want to pile up all your squadrons on one target. That's going to, be a waste of resources, as these guys will all break trying to break just one squadron. So ideally, you want each squadron to target multiple bombers and maybe even tie up some of the escorts. So normally, each squadron would have to make a separate tally roll, and some of them are going to be making suboptimal tally rolls against further targets because they want to tally something different from what everybody else tallies. A wing with a wing leader makes that a whole lot simpler and easier, and basically it just lets you have a lot of versatility. So what a wing formation is squadrons that are in formation, again facing the same direction, and they have a wing leader. Now squadrons can leave a wing formation, and when that happens, they can never go back to being in the wing formation. So this is kind of like a one shot. Squadrons can peel off individually and the wing formation stays together, but as you're going to see, typically when the wing leader tallies, or when someone in the wing tallies, the wing leader is going to like mass disperse orders, and the wing's just going to break apart with each squadron having specific orders. So in this example, we've got two separate formations of bombers, and ideally the British player is going to want to engage both and send them packing for home before they get to their target. So in a tally phase, each squadron can make its own tally attempt, just like normal, but once a squadron has a tally on an enemy, the squadron leader, the wing leader, is able to then assign orders. So let's just say it's the tally phase. Let's say the squadron leader tries to make a tally attempt against this bomber. Let's say he rolls really low. He rolls a 1, fails the tally. Okay, that's a failed tally roll. Well, B can make his tally roll. Say B tries for S and succeeds. So B places a tally on squadron S. At this point, the squadron leader is allowed to assign orders to all the units, or just some, all the units in his squadron, and assign them, essentially, tallies on this and any other enemy squadron information with the tallied target. Okay, B has a tally, B's in the wing formation. Now A, the wing leader, can assign tallies to any of these targets. So he could say, all right, C, you tally this guy, and D, you tally this guy, and I'm going to tally this guy. And that's it. The wing formation is broken up. It's done. But now they've all got their assigned targets, and they'll be able to really tie up that whole formation of bombers. Additionally, as part of an order, a wing leader can break up a flight. He can, say, take B, split it into 2 flights, and then take the original tally and say, okay, flight N, you take that, and this other one, we'll maybe put another one up here or something along those lines. So you can break up the the wing leader can break up a squadron as part of the order and assign each flight different targets. So really versatile. But it's enemies in the formation. So these guys, he can't assign tallies up to these guys because they're not in formation with these guys. But one tactic you could use is, let's say you've got these squadrons that are in formation, and the wing leader, let's go back to our original illustration, B gets a tally right here, and then A says, and then assigns squadron D to tally T, but then doesn't assign any more. These guys, now that they have tallies, are out of the wing formation and will not be able to receive any future orders. Now let's say that we're still in the tally phase. Let's say then C makes a tally attempt, because again, it's still in the wing formation with A. C and A don't have tallies yet by their choice. And then C makes a separate tally attempt, as long as it hasn't already tried this tally phase, and tallies W successful. Now A, who earlier made a tally attempt and failed, at this point can assign himself a tally and say chooses that squadron. So that way the squadron can kind of break up piecemeal to assign to different formations. But typically what I've seen in the games I've played is that you have typically one big formation of enemy bombers, and that's the main target. And once the squadron leader or the wing leader or another squadron makes a tally, then the squadron leader just mass distributes orders, breaks up squadrons into flights, and just tries to give themselves the best chance of engaging multiple targets at the same time. Now, some little important notes is when you're dealing with wing formations that are on a intercept mission, typically each squadron has a separate vector or has its own vector on the map. In a wing formation that's tasked with intercept, only the wing leader places a vector, and then the squadrons move together in relation to the wing leader towards his vector. And if the wing leader tallies something or the formation breaks up and say the wing leader doesn't want to assign tallies to everybody, the other guys that don't get a tally, again by choice, would then place their own vector marker in the original location or the original target for the original vector. So versatility here, keep the formation together until a time where you want to break it all up or break off one squadron at a time. But something has to tally, and then at that point later on, the wing leader, can issue orders as long as he has not already tallied. Because as soon as the wing leader makes a tally attempt for himself, that totally breaks up the wing formation and it's done. Wing formations on a sweep mission, it's very similar. If the wing leader tallies an enemy or becomes unavailable, then the formation breaks up. But there's a lot of different scenarios of how you could use a wing, but the important thing to note is just kind of what it's for. A wing formation, short and simple, is a good way for you to assign tallies to various targets efficiently to give you the best advantage. Now, all that I've said so far is how wings work when the squadrons have radios. If there's no radios, and you'll find this in earlier scenarios, like especially from Origins, you'll have wings, but they don't have radios. And if that's the case, if the scenario specifies no radios, then it's a lot more limited. Only one squadron in the wing can roll for a tally each turn when there's no radios, so it's a lot harder for them to tally, and only one order can be given in the tally phase. So if these guys didn't have radios, for example, and let's say A got a successful tally on that squadron, he can issue one order before the wing totally breaks up. He can issue one order. He can have, say, B tally this squadron Or he could have, as a part of that one order, he could have all of them tally that one squadron just to ensure that they all get a tally attempt. That's all one order, but he can't say, B, you tally this guy, C, this guy, D, this guy, or stuff like that. It's just one order. And then as far as splitting works, and normally when he's issuing orders, he can split the squadrons into flights, but when there's no radios, or when the radio net is cluttered, which is a rule that you that takes effect often, but you don't think about it. It's one of those rules that's easily missed with the radio clutter. But if the radios are cluttered or there's no radios, the wing leader can only split his own squadron. So again, the rules are pretty straightforward on the details of how these work, but the main gist of what wing leaders do is to spread out tallies efficiently to maximize pressure on a bomber package, and especially those escorts. You want to get maybe one squadron to fly in and make that squadron unavailable so it can't react when the others dive in. So hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about clarifying how wings work, let me know in the comments. And if there's any other topic you'd like me to explain or go over an example of, please let me know. Thanks for watching.